Hey, I'm Jonny Brugh. We're at Denver Comic Con and you're watching Groovey.TV.
Hey, it's Groovy. I'm here with Jonny Brugh. We are here at Denver Comic Con. How the heck you doing, man?
Really good.
Thank you for being here. You had to travel a long way to be here.
Yeah, but I'm not jet lagged because I spent a little time in LA, but I still have half my brain missing, and so I'm really struggling with names and recall at the moment.
So I should hit you up with math questions right now?
You could give it a go. Should we try it?
How many number 9s are there between 0 and 100?
9, 19, 29, 39, 49, 15. Is this what you mean? 69, 79, 89, 99. There's 10.
It's 20.
Is there?
90,
what did I miss?
92, 93, 94.
Oh, yeah.
Get them every time.
Nice. I thought I had that one nailed. Yeah.
So much confidence, but don't worry, we screw with everyone on that one.
It's all right.
So what are you up to, man? What's going on?
I'm here signing some autographs for fans of the film that I was in, What We Do in the Shadows.
Which is freaking hilarious and amazing.
Pretty funny.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Your part is awesome. I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah. And also I heard the fans are loving what you're doing, and the merch is flying out like crazy.
Yeah, it is. I'm worried I don't have enough merch, but that's all right. I've got a man in LA who's pretty good with printing some files, so we'll sort that out. Don't worry.
So tell me about What We Do in Shadows. I mean, what was that like making that film?
For me, it was an exercise in how to stay calm, because I wasn't allowed to see any script. So I was probably the only person, and some other actors, who weren't allowed to see the script, weren't allowed to know what was going on. And then on the day, we'd talk about what we're going to do for the scene. So it'd be, Johnny, we're going to sit on the couch and just chat about something. And I'd go, okay. And then the camera would start, and I'd just sit there and, often the boys wouldn't say anything for ages, and we'd just sort of sit there looking around, and that would actually make quite good comedy. And then, someone would say something and I would listen, and then just start working it. And then you do the scene a few times in a row, and then you suddenly got some material.
So it was total improv then?
Not total improv. They had to write a script for someone to read it and go, yep, that's funny, I'll pay for it. Mm-hmm. For the art department to make the set, and for the costume to make the costumes, they've got to know all that. It's just the actors, the guys just wanted the actors to be lost and to be, what's the word? Just to be alive.
Okay. In the moment kind of thing.
Yeah.
You're a professional stand-up comedian, so you can improv all day long, I would imagine.
I wouldn't say I'm a professional stand-up comedian. I think I've done maybe 10, 20 stand-up gigs in the classic sense of the word. I do character stand-up. Okay. So at the panel, I'll be Deacon the Vampire, and he can talk for hours on end, no problem.
Full makeup and everything?
Yeah, it's Deacon. It's Deacon the Vampire doing a panel about what it's like to be a vampire.
That is going to be amazing. Are you filming it?
Hopefully, yeah.
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, me neither. I would love to tell you some secrets about what happens. I will prove that vampires can levitate, and can't tell you how I'll do that. Just will.
Can you levitate now?
If you could get a couple of friends in here, I might. They might be able to help me out.
Hey, Jason, get back in here.
Yeah, get some big boys in here.
There's some big bouncers over there. It'll be all right.
Yeah, it's all right. Use a still camera. I'll jump in the air. You can snap me, and then film that.
Yeah, we got After Effects. Come on now.
Well, yeah. We'll just use that. Yeah. This is a wonder of television, eh? I remember when this magician was on TV in New Zealand. I think it was American, and my flatmate was so excited and thought, this guy's genius. And I'd go, really? Aren't they editing? They're editing all the way through it. You sure? And he went, I'm sure. Okay. We argued about it the whole way through the show.
Oh, jeez.
He's obviously a good not comedian, a magician. Mm-hmm. But the problem with TV is that I just kept thinking, I don't know, there are edits every 10 seconds here.
Right, yeah. Like anything can be changed now. Anything.
That's the beauty of TV. You can shoot and cut anything.
Yeah, for sure. Or the nightmare, one of the two.
Yeah. I mean, sure, you might not be able to play it on TV, It might be too rude, but yeah.
For sure. Now, you have a new film coming out this year. Tell me about that.
It's called Mega Time Squad.
It's a great name.
Yeah, it's a good name. It's about a young Kiwi. Kiwi is the word for New Zealander, who steals some money and then gets involved with the Chinese triads living in New Zealand. And my redneck racist mafia gang don't like them and want them out. And so we're chasing the Chinese. We're chasing this guy who's betrayed us and stolen the money, and he starts traveling through time.
That sounds incredible.
His gang is called the Mega. He's got a whole lot of gang of himself, and they call themselves the Mega Time Squad, which is supposed to be. It should be pretty funny. It's made by Tim Van Damon, who's a writer, cinematic writer and director, and he's pretty funny. So it was a real joy.
So, does the guy replicate himself going through time? So there's multiple occurrences of him.
He can go through time and then walk back in the room, and there's two of them, and they go, "Oh, hey man, what are you doing?" "Well, I just walked in here. What are you doing?" And then there's 10 of them, and they work out they should be the Mega Time Squad.
That's amazing. And you also do voiceover work, don't you?
Yeah, well, as an actor, I do all that stuff. I do voiceovers for cartoons. I mean, in New Zealand, you've got to hustle. You can't just relax and do a couple of films a year. There's no money in film in New Zealand.
Okay.
There's no. Everything that's made in New Zealand is made off the smell of an oily rag. Do you have that phrase here?
No, but it sounds amazing.
It's the smell of an oily rag is driving a car without any petrol. You drive a car off the smell of an oily rag. That's having no petrol. It's like that's the phrase we have in New Zealand. And
I'm totally stealing that phrase because that's amazing.
Use
that's
it.
Amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you've got to scramble some money together to make a film, and it's easier now with new technology. But there's a few Kiwis who people throw money at you. People are throwing, Taika Waititi's really going off, and he can make anything he wants. And there's also a lot of other brilliantly talented people in New Zealand who are just waiting for a dream like that. Someone to walk up and go, "Yeah, have some money, make what you want."
Sure. I think that's the goal of every human on this planet.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah.
So, I've always thought of New Zealand as this absolute paradise. Is that? I mean, am I onto something there?
I'll preface this by saying that driving from the airport into Denver was an amazing experience across the prairies, man.
Nice.
I want to go out and drive back out of the city and stand out on that prairie and that grass and see. And I think and experience what it's like to look back at the Rockies.
Oh, it's incredible.
And I want to do that.
It's totally incredible. And you can actually run into herds of antelope and stuff out there too.
I would like to do that.
Yeah, it's crazy. You see 300 of them running. It's crazy.
Yeah, that'd be a beautiful experience. Yeah, so New Zealand is very small. It's the size of Japan. It's volcanic, so it's very hilly. So the roads are different. The roads are windy and tight. The Harley Davidson is an American motorbike because it could just cruise on the open road.
Right, yeah.
In New Zealand, you've got to be careful on a Harley, man. They're not designed to take those tight corners so well. There's actually I've seen a few crashes in New Zealand on Harleys where they haven't been able to take the corner, and roads are just all windy. Everything's windy. It's just steep hills, valleys, roads just winding through them. So
sounds amazing.
Yeah,
you just need a high performance motorcycle or a car to do it.
That's right. And you get the right car, and you get something that feels good in third gear, and you'll love it. You love the tight corners, man. It's great.
Okay, so anything else coming up we can plug for you?
Let me see. Well, I've got a couple of friends. We're just trying to get a new sketch comedy show up, which should be pretty cool.
Watch a bunch of your old episodes from the 90s. They're hilarious.
Which episodes?
The Sugar and Spice ones.
Oh, did you see them?
Yeah, they're on YouTube.
Yeah, I put them up. I had to get all my VHS tapes out and digitize them. I look at them now and I realize that what we were doing was pretty whack, but I found it really beautiful. And I think ultimately we were pretending to be comedians. I don't think we were, I think there's a phase where you just back yourself, you believe that you are a comedian. But I like to think that is, for the first couple of years, you pretend to be a comedian first. And then, like anything, and then you get a good review and you go, okay, good. And then you get paid and then you you're away.
Pretended for years that this is probably our 1100th interview easily. First 200, and I couldn't even talk. I'd be like shaking. Now it's like, whatever. What are you doing?
Are you bored? Am I boring you?
No, not at all. You're actually awesome.
There's anything silly. Yeah, I think you know, interviewing is hard. Presenting's hard. You know. Yeah. I think Deacon just relaxes into not caring and then tells stories. But whenever Deacon tries to tell stories, sometimes I go off on whack angles and people don't understand what I'm talking about.
So does he does the character take you over and just go down rabbit holes?
Yeah, so he's become an alter ego now, and it's a joy to be Deacon. In fact, I think Deacon's funnier than me. But yeah.
So what's up next for Deacon then? There's got to be more movies.
You know, I think Deacon might make a comeback in if the Werewolves films ever made. I think we might see Deacon and Vladislav and Viago in there. I think the vampires are probably maybe a standoff with the werewolves, you know. Oh, that'd be amazing. And that'd be pretty good, you know. So I feel like that would be good. But I think Deacon, you know, I enjoy playing Deacon and I enjoy doing these conventions, and it's a chance for me to get out of New Zealand and come to America and see America and and have some fun. And you know that contractually, you know, I'm lucky to be able to continue doing Deacon. And the boys are making a new TV series, and yeah, we'll see how we go from there. Right. Yeah.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
Coming all the way to Denver. It's going to be a good 9 million miles.
Yeah, but it's great. Hey, if anyone out there wants to take me for a ride out into the prairie, I'd really love it. I'm going to be here till Thursday. Is this relevant? Is this going to? Yeah. Oh yeah, I'll be here till Thursday. I'm keen to hang out with some Denverites, and I look forward to meeting some Denverites.
Got to see the sights and check the prairies and mountains out.
Yeah, and Red Rocks.
Oh yeah.
Because I have to go to Red Rocks. Oh yeah. Because I grew up on U2 playing the Red Rocks gig, and that was I enjoyed that.
That's amazing. Right on. Thank you again so much. Right. Hey, it's Groovy. I'm here with Jonny Brugh. We're at Denver Comic Con. Bye.
Bye.